Welcome everyone to day 19 of Mental Health Month 2022. This year's theme is resilience, communities and connection, and over the month I'm talking to this theme in this series called Resilience to Recovery. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tammy Horton. I am a mental health educator and a mentor, and I am the CEO and founder of Phoenix Initiative and a little not-for-profit called Come By Here. Today I'm talking about the last of the skills in the reasoning domain, which is embracing change. Now this is a big topic, so I'm not going to necessarily do it justice in this short video, but I hope to give you a sense of how we can go about embracing the change that's happening around us, and even though it can be uncomfortable. So it's a necessary skill to learn. Unsurprisingly, the brain prefers things to stay within its expectations. So it just loves safety and familiarity. But unfortunately for the brain, we live in a world of constant change. So change at work, change to social networks where people are coming in and out of your life, changes in how you see people, their situations changing, relationship status, going from single to being in a relationship and back again, worldwide changes. We've seen pandemics, wars, political change, climate change. Change is everywhere. So I want you to think of for a moment, how do you tend to react when something changes, in your work or in your relationships or in the world? What's your view of change? Sometimes you might get comfortable, not too stressed. You know what to do. You've got your routines and you subconsciously want things to remain as they are. When you settle into this, the brain becomes sensitive to any perceptions that there might be a change or a threat to your environment. So then a change comes around, activating the limbic brain, and it brings up feelings of anxiety, fear, stress, frustration, and so on. Well, even though change is happening, your efforts have contributed to you building new skills, having new experiences, making new contacts, making new friends. And though this is hard to remember, it's because the impulsive brain is firing up, and it's because you're going into a type of a tunnel vision where you can only see the threat and the danger the change represents. So what we need to do is to reframe how the brain perceives change. And there are two big things that help. First is to start researching and predicting potential change. As you practice the visualization skill that we've already talked about, for example, you can also start to think through possible changes to your environment. So this means when something does happen, you will have already considered the consequences, and you'll be better able to think about it with a calm and clear mind. The second part is to have clear goals that you're working towards so that you can spot where there might be opportunities. So now, challenge your beliefs about change. I want you to write down some beliefs that you have about change using the technique that we used yesterday. Use it to expand your viewpoint on your beliefs. Now let's try out a technique with a change that's happening in your life right now. Write down something that's changing at the moment. Challenge yourself to keep your mind in a constructive space. Even though your environment may not be quite so constructive, it will be a little bit of a challenge. With that mindset though, I want you to write down how you feel about this change. How might this change impact your own aspirations and goals? How could this change be an opportunity to reach your goals? How could this change be the best thing that ever happened to you? What can you do now to make this change work in your favor? So it's not about thinking everything will be fine, but being aware of potential outcomes that may happen along the way or prior to starting through using the skills like the visualization technique that we've talked about. It's also about finding hidden opportunities through making unusual connections. And we've talked about that too. And expanding your knowledge. Oh, funny that. We've talked about that as well. And finally, act now to start adapting and make the most of what's changing. Don't wait for things to just go your way, because it's up to you to take action and make the most of what's happening around you. This is the power that you hold that no one can take away. So finally, one last thought is that having goals and being resourceful with your environment means that it becomes easier to find opportunity in every change. Often it means doing things in ways that you didn't even expect, or asking other people what they think you can do to make the most of the situation. But overall, if you can stay in a constructive mindset, then you can fully engage your brain to find opportunity in every change. So tomorrow we're going to be moving on to the foundational domain of resilience, which is health. And we're going to be talking about health goals, quality sleep, regular exercise, and healthy nutrition over the next few days. But until then, remember to always be a phoenix. Bye for now. Hi, me again. Don't forget to subscribe to check out when new videos are posted, and why not look at the ones that I've prepared for you earlier. Bye.